I'm Joseph. Did you know I was in Africa? Yeah, most of you didn't. But I spent more years in this land than I ever did in Canaan. This is where I was sold, shackled, forgotten in prison, then handed Pharaoh's ring like I owned the place. From inmate to empire manager. Normal promotion arc, right? But don't get it twisted. Egypt wasn't a glow-up. It was the wilderness before the assignment. You ever wonder if God exiles you just to prepare the place you'll save? Egypt was never the goal, but it became the platform. God didn't move me here to punish me. He moved me ahead of the famine. You think this was all dreams and robes? Nah. I ran grain like it was gold. Egypt was starving. Pharaoh had panic. But God gave me a download. I tracked every measure, stored every extra kernel, built silos from blueprints Yahweh etched into my mind. Spiritual gifts aren't just for pulpits. They're for crisis. Strategy is supernatural. God didn't rescue me to run from the system. He raised me to redeem it. What if your calling isn't to escape power, but to steward it better than they ever did? I married into Egypt, daughter of a priest, high caste, high politics. I got the palace and the pressure, Asenath. She saw me before the throne, when I was still carrying dungeon in my posture.
Ever feel like God gave you influence, but dropped you in a place that speaks a language your soul never learned?
I wore their robes, spoke their language, sat in their councils. But in here, I stayed Hebrew. Don't tell me you have to look holy to live holy. God put me in the empire. But he never took me out of his story. I wore the crown, married the culture, but every night, I prayed to a God they couldn't pronounce.
It's not about blending in. It's about holding on, even when no one claps for your faithfulness.
Y'all keep saying Africa saved me. Cute. Truth is, Africa raised me. I came here in chains. But I left footprints across this entire system. Egypt taught me how to manage water, run supply chains, calculate famine economics with no calculator. Yahweh had me running logistics before y'all even had algebra. What if the pain that brought you here was God prepping you to steward what's coming next? I didn't just survive Africa. I learned here. I bled here. I became here. You keep trying to escape the system. But what if God sent you to remake it? Africa didn't break me. It built me. From inmate to empire manager. Normal promotion arc, right? From inmate to empire manager. Normal promotion arc, right?
Asenath. She saw me before the throne, when I was still carrying dungeon in my posture. Asenath. She saw me before the throne, when I was still carrying dungeon in my posture.